Fight fans, here we go. First up and presenting to you on my right and out of the red corner at 27 years of age, presenting himself tonight at 62.2 kilograms, standing 165, 5'5" in the old scale, and trained by Manuel Flores for Team Sing Won Cha Boxing Manila. His professional record reads 37 fights, 24 wins, 16 KOs, 11 losses, 2 draws. Ladies and gentlemen, from Mandawee City, Cebu, the land of the Pac-Man, Adones Aguelo. And so we make our way, and into the blue corner we travel. At 29 years of age and tipping the scales at 61.1 kilograms, standing 169, 5'6.5" in the old scale. Trainer Lim Jecker, the gym in Yarraville. His record reads 26 professional fights with 23 wins, 13 by way of KO, 2 losses, 1 draw. He is the former IBO featherweight champion of the world. He is from Melbourne, Victoria. I present to you Wild Will Tomlinson, and fighters to center ring.
Welcome to center ring, gentlemen. Let's have a good, clean fight. Obey my instructions at all times. Protect yourselves at all times. Shake hands now. Come on, fight near the bell. And don't forget, shake hands before the last round. Good luck.
And they're called to centre ring for round 1.
It's going to be really interesting to see what kind of adjustments Will Tomlinson's made coming off a severe loss in his last fight. So I'm interested to see what he's got in the artillery, Ray.
He went to the bigger stage and came back with things not going as he had anticipated. One thing I know about the Filipino, he'll be able to take a punch, because every Filipino fighter I've ever seen can take a punch.
Yeah, he's extremely tough, this Filipino. He's been in with some really good opposition. He's fought Joel Brunker and gone 10 rounds with Joel Brunker, and some really good Mexicans who have you know, tried to put him away but couldn't do it.
Yeah, he looks in great nick, the Filipino. I think he's come to the fight. He's been, you know, he's been cautious and trying to concentrate right now.
So 1 minute almost gone in the opening round here. The Pan Asian Boxing Association lightweight title. And Aguelo in the pink shorts with the blue piping, and easy to see Wild Will with his band saying exactly that, in his blue trunks with that red band. Scheduled for 10 rounds, and there was a right hand the crowd appreciated. I don't know whether it did much damage to the Filipino.
With the lighter guys, you know, you like to see the high punch output. So you know, I'm expecting this fight to have a high volume of punches.
Tomlinson went in and the Filipino countered.
I'd like to see Will get on the outside, establish the jab, you know, and try to create some good distance and bring this guy into some good punches.
Aguelo's got a formidable record, 37 fights for 24 wins, 16 by KO. He's been put down twice in his career. I think Tomlinson's only suffered the 1 knockout loss. 26 fights for 23 wins, 13 by KO, 2 losses, 1 of those a knockout, and he had a draw as well. What happened in the States, Billy?
Well, I guess he went over there and was, you know, supposed to be, you know, ticketed to win a world title, and they put him in against Jerry Belmontes, and who was supposed to be an opponent, and unfortunately for Will, he was outclassed in that fight, and then they built him back up and then put him in and eliminated for a WBC world title, and he got done over in that fight as well. But you know, he's back here in Australia now trying to rebuild himself and hopefully land another big fight.
Coming up for the last few seconds of round number 1, and pretty level, Tomlinson and Aguelo, and there it is, the end of round number 1.
End of round number 1.
he looked pretty calm to me in the corner, but I'd like to see, you know, Will move his head a little bit more, as you know, as you can see a little nick on his left eye already. So got to be careful with the head clashes, I guess.
So back to centre ring they come in the opening exchanges of round 2. It is scheduled for 10 rounds.
Ooh.
The scoring punches there from the Filipino Aguelo. And then there's a right hand over the top from Tomlinson. And
He's looking for the counter left hook.
For a good counter left hook.
The one thing you got to worry about with the Filipinos is they've all got really good punching power. They all throw the hooks really wide, and they and you know, if they land, they can land on the money. So
yeah, they generate good power of their leg, the pivot leg.
Both orthodox with the left hand lead.
I'd like to see both these guys establish their jab. You know, as you just seen there, that Aguelo's fired out a couple of jabs. I think using the jab helps you find the distance, and once you find the distance, you know, then you can bring your power shots after it.
He started this round well, the Filipino.
Solid defence from Aguelo. Gloves held high.
A lot of these Filipino fighters that are out these days are very inspired by Manny Pacquiao. You know, everyone wants to be Manny Pacquiao, and Manny Pacquiao's the hero for all Filipino fighters, I guess.
Well, world famous, of course, and now a formidable politician as well as being a...
Yeah, I'm thinking about going to politics too, right after.
Yeah, Anthony, can you do me a little favour? Ben, can you keep him fighting for a bit longer, please? Ben's his manager. We'll make it 70-30 for Danny if you keep fighting, all right, instead of politics. My life's too short for you to be in politics.
I've got to make it interesting, mate. You know, I've got to fight the fight.
Yes, I know. Can you wait till I retire from Talkback Radio? Then you can do whatever you like and do politics.
I want to keep your Talkback Radio going.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Oh, there's plenty to talk about if you're in politics, you lunatic. Here we are now in the centre of the ring. Aguelo. Back to the fight we go, Billy.
Yeah,
You're not thinking about politics, are you?
I'm just looking at this fight really closely. You know, I'd like to see what Will Tomlinson can do coming off that loss that he had. And, you know, Aguelo is really testing him here. He's using that jab really well, and he's keeping his distance really good as well.
Well, Bill, you know, like I've said all along, you know, your greatness is not measured, you know, on your wins. It's measured on your setbacks and then your comebacks. You know, and obviously Will is trying to come back, and you know, I'm with the brother. He's Australian boy, so you know, I got to support him.
Yeah, definitely. You know, we'll want to see the Australian win, and you know, hopefully Will can get one up, and then can set up a big fight between Will and myself.
Into round 2. In Japan, you know, with a loss, and people were contemplating whether he was going to continue fighting. You've had disappointments in your career as well. What is the focus to get back into it and to put that behind you? What do you do?
Well, it's you know, it's the individual from within. It's your desire and your spirit from within, if you really want it. And you know, and I know that I still got it. Obviously, I'm still doing it. But Billy's the one that's made that choice. He knows that he's still got it.
Yeah, definitely. I just feel that, you know, sometimes, you know, setbacks, they make you stronger, and they help you progress and want you to like win a lot better in the future. And I guess
that's the right hand.
Yeah, they're getting a bit willing here in this 3rd round. Billy, will take some time if this fight progresses to the 10 rounds to explore where you found yourself in Texas a little bit later, and how you were questioning yourself and someone looked at you and said, no, you're not ready to go yet at 29. There's a bit more left in you. Tomlinson with that left hand lead. There's a trickle of blood coming from the right nostril.
That's from the good jab that Adones is using. He's got a really good jab, this kid.
In close with an uppercut there.
Good left hook there by Will Tomlinson, and again.
And then a clubbing hand over the top, which was taken on the side of the arm.
One thing I can tell you about Will Tomlinson is when he comes to the ring, he's always someone's gonna leave bloodied in that fight. You know, it's always a war when Will Tomlinson steps in the ring, and you know, I don't think tonight's gonna be any different.
He just tagged him with a short left, that he got it again there as he sort of counter-punched Tomlinson. 1:25 to go. third round. What do you think, Anthony?
I think it's a good scrap at the moment. I think that, you know, as the fight wears on, we're going to see which one's going to be the more dominant fighter. Right now, it's pretty even.
One throws a punch. Sorry, Billy.
I was just going to say, Will Tomlinson looks like he's, you know, using that jab really well from the outside. I'd like to see him keep using that jab and keeping this guy on the outside, because this kid's looking for the left hook. So the better the distance is, the better for Will.
He's thrown some very good, short, sharp lefts in this round. 3 of them, in fact, and they've scored all of them.
It's a pretty close fight at this stage. I don't know how you're looking at it, Chalk.
Yeah, it's pretty close. I think the Filipinos got, you know, more the precise power punches. Will worked a bit more and boxed a bit better.
Every time one of them lands a punch, the other counters.
Oh, goodness.
Oh, there's a right hand too.
He's got to watch out for them big overlooping hooks. Will Tomlinson's getting caught with them shots. I'd like to see him dip his head a little bit, maybe move out of the way.
Coming up towards the end of this round. And there's the bell. Sounds for the end of the third.
All right, step around and come back.
Watching the main event here, and they've got a title on the line. Adones Aguelo and Will Tomlinson, the Pan-Asian Boxing Association titles. We watch exchanges coming from the previous round. Billy, we've got a little time here. Tell us a story about after the fight in Japan and the trip to the States. What happened?
Well, basically, you know, I spoke to a good friend of mine in America. His name's Lou DeBella, who's a promoter in America, and you know, he suggested that I go out to America and work with the trainer over there just to test, see whether I still got something left in the tank. And after a really good week of training alongside some really great fighters like Jamil Charlo, and you know, Edwin Rodriguez, Vera and Lara, you know, he pretty much said that, you know, I still feel you got a lot left in the tank, and he was pretty impressed with what I could do in the gym, and it sort of gave me a new lease on life in boxing, and you know, I'm going to give it another crack now.
And you'll go there and prepare before your next fight back in Australia?
Yeah, I mean, that's the plan, that I'd go to America and prepare over there, and you know, hopefully set up some more big fights.
Anyway, back we come now to the fourth round. About 45 seconds gone. And pretty even for the opening 3 rounds, and continues in that vein again. Neither fighter giving an inch. They worked on that nosebleed in between rounds 3 and 4 for Tomlinson.
He seems to get bloody pretty much every fight I've seen him, Tomlinson. I don't know whether it's his...
He's always caught up in the wars. He loves the punch up.
Yeah, I'd like to see boxing, you know, as an art form. You got to hit, not be hit, you know. So that all the young aspiring fighters out there, you
got to watch them heads.
Try and not get hit.
They almost collided there. They just missed it. I think it was into the shoulder of Aguelo. And again, they trade punches.
This kid's firing a really, really solid left hook, you know, and I don't want to see these guys trading like that.
Yeah, he's got a great left hook, this Aguelo.
That's exactly what Will needs to be doing. Just use a jab from the outside, circling, as his trainer was asking him in the corner. Just fire off your shots and get out of the way.
Just stick and move. Just stick and move, babe.
Ooh. And there's a overhand right after an uppercut came from Aguelo. A little bit of the use of the forearm there by the Australian to back the Filipino away, and then he threw a left and he got one back for his measure, and that's what's been happening for most of the 4 rounds. One throws one, the other one collects one.
I think he's a bit groggy there.
15 seconds at the end of round 4.
It's been a really tough round for Will Tomlinson in this round. He needs to get on the outside, exactly what he's doing there. I think he's
his feet
trying to clear his head.
Keep walking.
I think Aguelo hurt him that previously.
There's the bell for the end of round 4.